Ladies and gentlemen, this is the latest dispatch from the fronts of Europe on this 15th day of September, in the year of our Lord 1939. As the war in Poland presses into its 15th day since the German forces stormed across the border, the tide of battle swells with unremitting fury, and we bring you the grim particulars as they unfold. In the northwest, along the winding banks of the Bzura River, the valiant Polish armies of Poznan and Pomorze, under the command of Generals Tadeusz Kozyba and Władysław Bortnowski, find themselves locked in a desperate struggle. Today, reports confirm that Polish troops have been compelled to relinquish the town of Sochauzeau to advancing German columns, confining their positions to a narrowing wedge bounded by the Bzura, the Vistula, and the tightening German encirclement. German reinforcements, including the formidable 4th Panzer Division and elements of the 10th Army led by General Walther von Reichenau, press forward with armored might, their tanks numbering in the hundreds, while the Luftwaffe dominates the skies above. Dive bombers scream down, unleashing barrages of 50-kilogram explosives upon Polish lines, demolishing bridges and sowing chaos among the defenders. Intelligence reaching Polish headquarters yesterday had warned of the 4th Panzer's withdrawal from Warsaw's outskirts, prompting General Bortnowski to order a tactical retreat of the 26th Infantry Division to avert a devastating flank assault. A maneuver that now shapes the defensive stance amid this cauldron of conflict. Meanwhile, in the besieged heart of Poland, Warsaw stands encircled, with only a slender corridor along the Vistula to the Kąpinos Forest and Modlin Fortress remaining in Polish grasp. German troops from Army Group North, including the 3rd Army, have launched fierce assaults today on both banks of the Vistula, targeting the Praga district and igniting heavy fighting in the Grochow sector. There, the Polish 21st Infantry Regiment, the storied Children of Warsaw, under Colonel Stanislaw Sosabowski, has inflicted grievous losses upon the German 23rd Infantry Regiment, shattering their advance with resolute defense. Reinforcements from General Julius Zulauf's battered units, fresh from clashes along the Narew River, have bolstered the city's eastern lines just in time for today's onslaught. Under General Walerian Zuma's overall command, Warsaw's garrison, equivalent to 2 infantry divisions, supported by 64 artillery guns and 33 tanks, holds firm behind barricades and anti-tank barriers organized by civilian Commissar Stefan Starinsky. Yet the aerial torment continues unabated, with German bombers raining destruction on military targets and civilian neighborhoods alike, as the city's fate hangs precariously in the balance. Further south, the 18th Corps of the German forces has seized the fortress at Przemyśl today, while grim accounts emerge of mass arrests in Gdynia, where 7,000 Poles have been rounded up by German police and army units. Reports also filter in of atrocities in Sulejówek and Długa Śląska, where over 90 Poles have fallen victim to German massacres, underscoring the brutal nature of this invasion. On the western fringes, along the Franco-German border, French positions remain static following earlier probes, with General Maurice Gamelin's promised offensive still in the preparatory stages, offering scant immediate relief to the beleaguered Poles. In the realm of diplomacy, a significant accord has been struck today in Moscow between Soviet Foreign Minister Vyacheslav Molotov and Japanese Ambassador Shigenori Togo, establishing a ceasefire in the border disputes at Nomonhan, effective tomorrow. This development raises alarms in Polish circles, as it may free Soviet resources for potential maneuvers along Poland's eastern frontier, though no such movements are confirmed as of this hour. Across the seas, British naval vigilance yields fruit, with yesterday's destruction of the German submarine U-39 by escorts of HMS Ark Royal marking a stern rebuke to underwater predation on Allied shipping. Ladies and gentlemen, as darkness envelops the embattled fields of Poland, the resolve of her people shines through the gloom. We shall keep you apprised with further bulletins as they arrive from the wires. Stay tuned, and may God grant strength to those standing against the storm.